What's up, people? It's that funky Swedish boy that charms your grandma, Shaiko here, and welcome back. Okay, so huge announcement. The second season of the IBL is starting now, or next week, actually. And yeah, this video I'm just going to go through my draft for this season, and I'm going to announce that I'm no longer the coach of the Tucson Poliwags, but I am the coach of your Gothenburg Murkrows. My cousin talked to me and said that it's kind of weird that I'm just named it Tucson Poliwags because it feels kind of like I'm just copying the Tucson Terrakions, which I kind of did, to be completely honest. But I changed it to Poliwags just because I can draw a Poliwag in paint very easily. You just make some fucking circles and shit. But whatever, moving on to this shit. And yeah, starting off, I drafted Heatran first round. Fun fact, everyone, I didn't get sniped at all in this time. At all. It's fucking amazing. Okay, so I drafted Heatran. It's a good fire type and it's a steel type, so I can build up my Steel Dragon Fairy core and also my Fire Grass Water core, which you will see in a second, or in a few seconds, I mean. But yeah, I just really like Heatran. And with Flash Fire, it just absorbs fire type moves, and yeah, it got great stats. It can be used both offensively and defensively. And yeah, I just think it's a real good Pokemon. And like you see, my girl or boy, whatever it will be, I name it Steel Heat. No particular reason, except that it's a steel thing, which sends out heat, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not going to go like in depth on what all the mons can do. I'm just going to name the most obvious things because it's almost 1 a.m. right now, and yeah, 1 a.m. And I'm pretty tired and I should go to bed, but I'm going to go to bed right after I have recorded this. So yeah. Next up, for the second round, I drafted Salamence. Wait, let me just fix that. Okay, now. Salamence, the Dragon Flying type. So I know Salamence is not the greatest mon to have in a draft league, but I just felt that I wanted a dragon type that I can use both physically and especially offensive, and it can be run Scarfed, Life Orb, with, you know, D-Dance, and I can make it a wish set if I even would want to do that. So I mean, with Salamence, or Wendy as we're going to call her, it's an anime reference to Fairy Tail. So yeah, I just wanted a offensive threat that's pretty good, and Salamence was the thing that came to mind. And it got Intimidate and Moxie, so if I want to try and sweep, I can have Moxie, and if I'm afraid of a mon that can potentially do a lot of shit to my team, I can have Intimidate and make sure that maybe that mon is forced to switch out, or just doesn't do a lot of damage to me, but I can make a lot of damage to that, if that makes sense. Well, whatever. And then for my last OU pick, I drafted Mega Venusaur. So Mega Venusaur is actually pretty versatile, and that is one thing that I fucking love. I can run it defensively, very offensive, and I can also run it like physically or specially offensive, but I'm probably, in that case, I'm probably just going to make it mixed. So yeah, but I mean, Venusaur is a mon that I really like, and it's really defensive, but at the same time offensive. So that's just, I just really like Venusaur, and it's a mon that I feel comfortable about using. Just like Sharp last season, it's one of the first mons that I started using in competitive, or when I started with competitive. So yeah, it's more about comfort than anything else, to be honest. And for our little Venusaur here, we're going to call him Thick Lettuce, because that's what it is. Moving on to the UU drafts, I drafted Mienshao. So here I was a little bit scared because it was another person, I don't remember who. But someone else also wanted Mienshao, and I got kind of scared. Why does it say... Stop it. So I got kind of scared that I wasn't going to get Mienshao, because I had made a draft plan and I realized that I don't have anything that gets U-turn. I did have a mon in mind that gets Volt Switch, and I had an extra just in case I got sniped. Which we're coming to right after Mienshao. So yeah, Mienshao, fast as fuck, offensive as fuck, gets Regenerator, Inner Focus, Reckless, all the good shit. And Inner Focus is actually good because you know him, you love him, he's our, like you can see, sensei. Brandon, aka Elkid, also the coach of the Missouri Raikus, he drafted Mega Lupini, or whatever. Sorry, I'm tired as fuck. And as everyone knows, what a fucking Lupini does, it uses Fake Out. So it's also kind of my answer for his Lupini, and I like that. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, it gets U-turn, it's a good fighting type. Wait, let me just look at what else it can do. It can be a setup mon with Calm Mind. I guess you actually can still use it as Calm Mind user, or a special. Yeah, I mean 95 isn't bad. So, but yeah, I mean there's a lot of. I mean most of the time it's probably going to be run Scarfed, just like Terrakion last season. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I got it, and I really hope that I'm going to make it work for this season. Moving on, we got Gilthunder the Raikou. So this is our mon that I talked about that gets Volt Switch. So yeah, Raikou here is one of the, I would like to personally say, one of the better electric type mons. I wouldn't call it one of the best, but it's definitely one of the better. 115 in base 115 in both special attack and speed is very good. Its defense is meh, it's okay, but its special defense and HP are pretty good. But I mean, I can run a Calm Mind set, I can run Choice Specs, Life Orb. if I want to, I can even run substitute toxic or something, but just because of pressure. So yeah, there are some funky shit that I can do with it, or do with it. I probably just repeated myself. Sorry guys, but I am really fucking tired in the head. Plus I took some fucking medicine that helped me sleep, so it's probably starting to kick in now. Yeah, let's just run through this. Okay, so that's our right coup. And next up we got I'm a Dude, the Primarina. So in the beginning I wanted to draft... Wait, what was it? Yeah, so I wanted to draft Togekiss, but then I looked at my draft plan again. I realized I get a pretty big weakness to electric types, and ice type, and rock type, and all that dumb shit. So then I decided, let's at least make one of those weaknesses disappear. Plus that my girlfriend was just looking at all my drafts and said, you have no cute Pokemon. Can you draft like Popplio's last evolution or Sylveon? And I was like, maybe Sylveon. But at the same time, I have never used Primarina. I don't know jack shit about this mon. So I want to try it out and learn how to use it. And with its hidden ability Liquid Voice, it's actually better, I would like to say. So yeah, it can be run specially defensive, especially offensive. I'm never going to run it like physically offensive. I just think that's dumb. But who knows, this is a draft league, maybe I'm going to have to run some funky shit. So yeah, that's the last mon from my UU picks. Moving on to my RU picks, we got Accordion v Drapion. Okay, so like you can see, I have been looking at a YouTuber named The Garboders, and this is a set that he have been using, and I just thought it was looking pretty good. So I just put it in here so I can remember it. But I mean, Drapion, I needed a dark type, and Drapion was one of the mon... Drapion is a mon that I always liked, but I have never really used. So I wanted to give it a try. It's a knockoff user. It can get up toxic spikes. I don't know if it gets regular spikes. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't look like that. Well, at least I can get up some toxic spikes. You can use taunt. Yeah, I can run it a little bit however I want. I mean, just look at this fucking meme set. So yeah, this is Drapion, or Accordion v Drapion. And my second pick in the RU tier was Yanmega. So I was thinking about drafting Ribombee just because of a meme. And something that probably not many of you know, if you're not in the IBL, TP made an emote on our Discord that is, I think he called it Fuck Shicrow, and it's just a picture of Ribombee or something like that. So I wanted to draft Ribombee just for the memes, but then I was looking through and I realized John Mega is probably the better mon, to be completely honest. Or at least that's my opinion. Because I really think Ribambi is shit. I fucking hate that annoying little essence of it just existing. But I mean, it gets speed boost, tinted lens, and frisk. And I mean, all three abilities are actually really good. So I mean, I can do some shit with it, and 95 speed is not bad. 116 special attack, also not bad at all. And I mean, it's another U-turn user if I ever feel like doing something like that. And it's a defogger too. So I mean, I'm probably just going to run it like the normal set with Air Slash, Bug Buzz, maybe Giga Drain, and maybe some HP move. Maybe Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, not Signal Beam, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe Ancient Power, Hyper Beam. Yeah, I'm probably just going to run it the usual move, usual sets and things like that, but I mean, it's a draft league, you never know. And I'm going to name it Vibrator. Yes, I know, I'm immature, I'm dirty, leave me alone. And my last RU pick is Rhyperior, and it's Amadeus' bigger brother, Amathias, or Amathias, however you want to pronounce it. I just wanted another mon to be able to get up rocks. And I wanted something that's pretty bulky, and I mean, put a good amount of EVs in special defense and slap on an assault vest. We have a really bulky mon, and without investments it can still do a lot of damage because it's base 140. Why is it? Fuck off. Base 140, 115 in HP, and base 130 in defense. So I mean, if I want to do some funky shit with it, I can run it defensively or offensively. It all depends on the team that we're going to battle or we're going up against. So yeah, Amathias is a mon that I'm pretty happy that I got to draft. And it's just fun to have something that is kind of like what I had last season, but at the same time maybe not as good, just because of Rhydon is able to use, or is able to fully use Evilite, which makes it defensive stats better, but whatever. Moving on to the NU draft, or the NU picks. My first pick out there was Blastoise. So I need something to be able to get rid of rocks, and I need something else that I can use only as a defensive water type that does not get fucked by poison or shit like that. Just like Primarina is a good specially defensive mon, but I mean, uses poison type move on it. I'm pretty sure steel type. Yeah, steel is neutral. But I mean, just adds more type weaknesses. So I felt like Blastoise is a good mon to have, just because of Rapid Spin and not as many weaknesses. And it got pretty good stats. So yeah. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, honestly. So let's just jump right into our second last pick, which is Eye Candy the Claydol. So yeah, originally I had Vaporeon instead of Blastoise, but like I said, I wanted another mon to be able to get rid of rocks, and a mon that has more defensive. I mean, Vaporeon is like base 60 in defense, but has really high HP and special defense. But I wanted something that's more equal out with the defense stats. But whatever, we are here to talk about Claydol now. So Claydol is just another rapid spinner. It's another mon that can set up rocks, and you can also set up screens. But the thing here that I realized like right after is that Claydol is so much faster than I fucking thought it was. Base 75, it's not super duper fast, but I mean, it's almost in the same speed, or it's about in the same speed tier as Heatran. So I mean, I can still fucking run it somewhat speedy, which I find pretty funny. But I mean, I can use it. I'm probably mostly going to use it as a defensive mon with Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, but I mean, I can also use it as a setup mon with maybe Calm Mind and Rock Polish, and maybe try and sweep with it. Who knows? Maybe. And and it gets Levitate, so I mean, that takes care of my maybe a little. I have also maybe a little bit build up a ground type weakness to my team, so I mean, Claydol helps there too. Yeah, that's also another reason why I picked Yanmega over Ribombee. So yeah, and moving on to our last draft. Last but not least, we got Cumbucket, the Wobbuffet. So some people are just wondering, why the fuck did you draft Wobbuffet? That's a really good question, but my answer to that is Destiny Bond, Counter, and Murkrows. My 3 favorite moves, all in one mon, and it gets shadow tagged. I just really like using Counter and Miracle, and if I'm able to use Destiny Bond, that's just a big fucking plus, and it gets Encore, so I mean, I can trap them into using a physical or special type move and force them to try and wear me down, so that I eventually can just use Counter and fucking kill something. So I mean, Wobbuffet is just here for the memes, to be honest. I don't know or think, I don't think that I'm actually going to use Wobbuffet, and I'm probably going to trade it later in the into the season. But I want to use it at least once, and after that, I think I'm done with Wobbuffet. So yeah, that is my whole draft. So the battles are going to start next week. I can do my battle now if I want, but I'm going to upload it next week. So yeah, our first game is against a new coach in this league. He's called Madness. I don't know his real life name, but we're just going to call him Madness right now. And I don't know if he Yeah, he's coach of the AC Fluets. So that's pretty dope. And that's our week 1 battle. But we will be talking more about that in that battle video. So yeah. Now I'm going to go to bed or go down, brush my teeth, maybe take a shit. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to bed now. So thank you all so much for watching. And it's been your boy Shakro, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.